Okay. Right, what are you doing here now?
So this is a tank for our terrarium, and I'll be catching reptiles. Wait.
Like frogs and salamanders, amphibians.
I can like break it.
I think it's good that way.
And I'm putting rocks down for the foundation, and then I'm putting pebbles to fill in the cracks. And I'm going to get some frogs, snakes.
Probably not snakes.
No. I know snakes.
So what are you doing this? Like what, tell them what this is for. Like what is this about? Like what are you doing? You're trying to learn about them and...
I'm learning about them, and there's this website that you take pictures of the amphibians that you find, and
Well, you just leave it whole. You don't need to break it. Just put it in there.
I think we'll fill the rest up with like pepper and stuff. Ooh, that was really nice. Yeah.
Perfect.
It's so hot. And it helps scientists know like how many animals are in Pennsylvania, like in Susquehanna County, which where we live, and so it tells them like what kind of species of animals live here and have been spotted, where they live, what time they're found, and all sorts of cool stuff like that. And they also tell you like what they like to eat, what they look like in different stages.
So you have to find them and then you have to identify them, right?
Yes. Or just, yeah, pretty much identify them.
And then you put it in on the website?
Yep.
Percy,
Oh.
you want to be in on this action? You want to get your belly rubbed while we're out here?
For like the
I think we're going to do like the
Pebbles.
little rounder pebbles.
Okay.
But we should pick where we want to put it before we do that because it's going to get heavy real fast. You're going to need some more rocks like that. So we need to pick where we're going to put it inside. So why don't you talk about the different layers that we're going to put in here?
So it's going to be smooth rocks, sort of like these.
Well, they don't necessarily have to be smooth, but bigger rocks like that.
Big rocks. Okay.
And then pebbles, right?
Yep, like little pebbles. And then we're going to put in some,
Like dirt.
like that barky
Yeah, I think we might do some dirt too. We gotta talk to Daddy. Oh goodness, look at him. He's gonna lay down right here on my lap. You funny boy.
Use the bark that I found. That I used in Herman's cage.
We might, I don't know, we'll see. And then we're gonna probably do some moss.
Oh, moss.
So the idea is to...
You know where we can find a bunch of moss? Back legs.
Yep. The idea is to create like the same kind of
Habitat as most amphibians live in.
outside here.
Yeah. And should we also like sprinkle the bottom once we're done with everything, like kind of fill up to here with water so it's kind of moist.
Yep, probably we're gonna learn about all that. And
I'll probably like sprinkle some water in every day. But we'll also have like a little pool with some water, and we'll learn what they like to eat, and then we'll take a picture of them.
so we're not,
the website.
yeah, we're not gonna keep them in here for long. This is really just so that we can
Like,
put them in here to study them,
Day max.
and then we'll release them back into the wild. But this is like a fun thing to learn about their habitat as well.
Yeah.
So this is something that I actually did when I was younger, and I had so much fun because I always loved like toads and salamanders and frogs and stuff. So my father and I did this when I was probably around Noah's age, and we built this whole terrarium, and we put all of like the natural things. And so I actually went on the internet and YouTube to kind of try and find something of like how to build a terrarium for a frog or salamanders or something. And most of the videos that I was finding were things like that you buy in the store, which is a great option for most people. But since we
natural ingredients,
have all of
the woods, and
since
stuff.
we have all of the things that we would need, we wanted to do it as like a project where we actually went out and like gathered all the things, because this is how I did it with my father as well. So anyway, I'm super excited about it because this is like something from my past that was so huge. My father and I would go out like every weekend and poke around in the woods and look for different creatures and stuff, and I loved that so much. So I think this is going to be really fun, and it's like a great learning thing because we can you know, the kids can learn about all the different animals, and then Phil's going to kind of dive in deep, and so we can kind of use this as like, you know, learning about science and nature and some different things too. So anyway, this is something you can use it towards school. Yep. So this is something that you guys can do at home if you don't have the resources to go out into the woods and gather these things to build a terrarium. You can go to the store and get things like they have, you know, rocks and dirt and all different layers of stuff that you can do to build a terrarium as well. We just really wanted to do ours right from nature. So anyway, we'll kind of show you guys the process along the way as we start building this up, and then once we catch our first little guy that we're going to learn about, we'll share about that too. So anyway, I think this is going to be a really fun project, especially for Noah and I, but I think all the kids will really enjoy it. Okay, we rode up to one of our favorite spots here. This is, we call this the back lake, just right up above the house, and up in here there's just a bunch of like moss and branches and bark. So we're going to gather up some moss, and you can see all these. I know, I love how it feels. So good. And then we're gonna get just some different little plants and stuff to kind of put in there. So this is like what we're trying to mimic. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna go kind of out of the way here where it's not right where everybody hangs out, and get some of this moss, like right here some, buddy. That looks nice.
Whoa.
So go around and get, yeah, make like a pretty big, so you can get like a good amount of it.
This whole square, like the size of it?
Not like, I don't think you have to have the whole thing, but I think we should have like half of it should be that, right?
Mom, we could like cut that and put it in there.
Well, I don't think we're gonna take that whole stump, but we could definitely take like some little branches and yeah, like that'll be real nice, and they can hide in there. You want like different things that they can hide in and feel like. We can get some leaves here so that they feel, and even some little twigs and stuff. Did you? Okay, Noah's got some moss there, and he had dug some more here. I got some bark and some little branches that we can lay across for them to kind of climb on. Okay, we got to get, how about maybe like some pine cones, and I don't know, let's just see if we see any more like bark or anything interesting, and then I don't think that's good. And then we just need to get some dirt, but we can get that at home from what Daddy just dug up in the barnyard probably.
Whoa, Mom.
Yeah, got stuck in your shoe, huh?
He actually also had a lot of his backbone.
Okay, here, here's kind of a nice rock for up on top for them to climb on.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to get, how about one of those mossy rocks? Look at that mossy rock.
Mm.
You can get that one or find another mossy rock and we'll bring that. And then we can put that like as a top layer rock.
Wait. Let's get a crayfish.
Well, we're not going to get a crayfish. We don't have enough water for a crayfish. Is that going to be too heavy? That's a big one.
It's not all mossy.
That's okay. We can have that part mossy.
Too big.
Okay, we'll see if you find another one. A smaller one that's mossy. The kids like to explore in this creek.
Oh, whoa!
What?
I found.
A what?
I found amphibian. The back amphibian.
What is it?
Lizard. The redback lizard. Wait, what kind is this actually? This is the redback. I don't know what this is.
It looks like a salamander to me. It looks like one of those ones that turns into a newt, doesn't it? Kind of, or
I
no?
know, but it doesn't have.
Or not a newt. It turns into.
Back. So guys, we just found our first amphibian, and it may be a redbacked salamander. I can't really tell. I'll have to look it up at home. Oh, there he is. Doesn't look too redback. I'll have to look up the pattern at home. He could be like a larvae or something.
Okay.
But is it a redbacked salamander or a larva? I don't know.
Okay. Well, we'll take him back, and then he can be the first one to hang out in the new terrarium. Okay, we are back at home, and we picked this as our spot for the terrarium.
It's our first layer, which is some flat rocks.
Some big rocks, and then we've got,
well, not specifically flat. I mean, it can be anything.
We've got some big rock, or some pebbles, and then over here we've got dirt, and then we are going to use the moss.
And here's a mossy rock.
And then we've got a mossy rock. Okay, so go ahead and dump this. So this is. So this is to help so that we can
move them off the rock.
Yeah, sure, it doesn't matter. We can keep it moist in here, but that the moisture goes down into the rock. So we'll actually put a little water in here. The northern dusky.
It's tough identification, but we got it. Put them in there.
Not yet. We gotta do with the dirt.
Put them.
I guess. Okay. We're adding in some dirt over here. And then our mossy rock. So then we can have water down on this side. Here's the pink, grab that pink pitcher, guys. So that we can add water that has the, building a terrarium.
The water's getting in here.
So you can see the water level right down there at the bottom.
Maybe give them a little swimming pool here.
Yep, you can just see them down in there.
You going somewhere?
Can you see the froggy? Oh, the froggy just went down behind the rock. Okay, so here it is.
What do you think?
Like it clear? We built this while you were napping.
He's like, guys, you're looking at all the action.
So here we have it. We've got, you guys can see the little bit of water down here in the bottom. There's big rocks, these smaller stones, then we've got dirt over here built up, some more rocks, and then this is like a little swimming area, drinking. We've got some moss. There's a little bug in there that they'll probably eat.
There's a
And then
frog somewhere.
We put a little froggy in there.
He's back. He's actually hurt.
He's back here.
Yeah, we found a little.
You can't see him, but he's back there. He went around there.
He went around.
Yeah.
Here's the lizard.
There's
It's
the
really
lizard.
cool.
Okay, put him in and let him.
North Dust Glitter.
Yeah, she is lucky.
You can't see it right now, but we'll leave this here and then you guys can keep checking.
Checking on them. We'll check them on before bed, Claire. You're gonna come to
Pretty
We'll
cool.
check them on before bed and
You excited?
see how
Yes,
they're
this is gonna be
doing.
so much fun.
Oh,
I catch so many amphibians.
I know.
I really